Good evening, everyone. Is the screen visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So, this is going to be a live discussion session on the course Geotechnical Engineering of NPTL. I hope you have gone through the subject matter of week 1. Is it? Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Have you gone through the subject matter of week 1, right? You have gone through the concepts of week 1, right? Origin of soils and rock cycle.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So this is going to be a discussion session in the form of questions and answers. Uh, I believe you all have copies and pens with you. I will first give you about around 17 questions to solve. You'll be solving those answers by yourself, and after that, we will be discussing the answers one by one. So, shall we start? Has everyone joined? Okay, we'll start now. It is already 5. Okay. So I'll be first showing you the questions one by one. You please respond if you have written the questions along with the options. Okay. So the first question is, as you can see, what is rock cycle? I repeat, the question is, what is rock cycle? And your options are weathering and disintegration of rocks, transportation of rock particles, combination of all processes leading to the formation of rocks, transformation of one type of rock to another. I repeat the question and the options. The question is, what is rock cycle? And your options are number 1, weathering and disintegration of rocks. Number 2, transportation of rock particles. Number 3, combination of all processes which lead to the formation of rocks. And number 4, transformation of one type of rock to another. If you have written the question and the answer and the options, please tell me. I will move on to the next question. Vaibhav, you don't need to tell the answers now. We'll be discussing the answers afterwards. You first need to write down the questions and solve on your own. I'll give you time to discuss, and I'll also discuss the answers. So you first write down. If you have finished writing the questions and the options, I'll go to the next question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the first question. The second question is, what is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? I repeat, what is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? The options are number 1, alluvial soil, number 2, lacustrine soil, number 3, colluvial soil, and number 4, marine soil. I repeat the question. What is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? The options are number 1, alluvial soil, number 2, lacustrine soil, number 3, colluvial soil, number 4, marine soil. Have you written the question? Again, there is no need to discuss the answer in the chat box. We'll be doing that later. Have you written the question and the options? Anyone can respond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll move on to the third question. A lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. I repeat, a lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. Please write this question very carefully. The options are option A loam, B muram, C bentonite, and option 4 is warped clay. I repeat the questions and the options. The question is, a lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. A lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. The options are loam, muram, bentonite, and warped clay. Those who are joining late, there is no worry. We'll be discussing all the questions and answers at the end. You can just write down the questions from the time you are joining the meeting. If you have written this question and the options, I can move on to the next one. The next question is, which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? As you can see in the options, there are 4 kinds of processes or stages given. Which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? The options are transportation, metamorphism, deposition, and weathering. I repeat the question and the options. Which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? Which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? And the options are transportation, metamorphism, deposition, and weathering. Okay? I am moving on to the next question. Which of the following, just a minute. Yes. Which of the following are formed by transportation by gravitational forces? Which of the following are formed by transportation by gravitational forces? Your options are loess, till, laterite, and talus. Which of the following are formed by transportation by gravitational forces? Options are loess, till, laterite, and talus. Now going to the next question. The question is, igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. Igneous rocks which are formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. The options are plutonic, foliated, volcanic, hypabasal. I repeat the question. Igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. Igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. The options are plutonic, foliated, volcanic, hypabasal. Can you follow the questions, everyone? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. You all are BTech Civil Engineering, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, going to the next question. Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? The options are aeolian, marine, residual, and colluvial. I'll repeat the question. Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? Those who have joined just now, start from this question. The previous questions and all the questions we'll be discussing at the end of the session, okay? The question is, which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? The options are aeolian, marine, residual, and colluvial. Those who have joined late, I'll just repeat for them. You need to write down the questions and the options as you can see on the screen, and you can follow my voice. At the end, and while you are writing the questions and the options simultaneously, you can solve it on your own. At the end of all the questions, we will be discussing the answers. I'll be telling you the correct answers and the explanation for the wrong answers also. Okay, so you first write down the questions and the options and solve it on your own. We'll discuss all the answers at the end. I believe this question all of you have written down. Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? Is it okay? Okay. Next question is, which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks? I repeat, which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks? Your options are chemical, physical, biological, and all of this. Which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks? The options are chemical, physical, biological, and all of this. I'll just repeat for those who have joined. You just write down the questions and the options, solve on your own simultaneously. We'll be discussing all the questions and answers at the end. So I'll repeat this question. I believe you have joined late, so I'll just repeat this question. Just a minute. Yes. Which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks? The options are chemical, physical, biological, and all of this. I'll go to the next question. Soil transported and or formed by different processes are constantly subjected to further change by physical, chemical or biological actions. Write this question very carefully. I'll repeat the question. Soil transported and or formed by different processes are constantly subjected to further change by physical, chemical or biological actions. You have to state the statement is true or false. I will repeat the question once again for those who can't follow. Soil transported and or formed by different processes are constantly subjected to further change by physical, chemical or biological actions. We have to state the statement is true or false. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Did anyone write something in the chat? Okay, okay, fine. Okay, I'll move to the next question. Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition? Just a minute. I'll repeat the question. Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition? The options are carbonation, hydrolysis, reduction and abrasion. For those who have joined, there is no need to write the answer in the chat box. You solve on your own. I'll give you time to solve. We'll be discussing the answers at the end of the session, okay? It's okay. I'll just repeat the question. Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition? The options are carbonation, hydrolysis, reduction and abrasion. I'll go to the next question now. Cohesionless soils are formed due to. Cohesionless soils are formed due to. The options are oxidation of rocks, leaching action of water on rocks, physical disintegration of rocks, and wind action. I'll repeat the question. Cohesionless soils are formed due to. Cohesionless soils are formed due to. The options are oxidation of rocks, leaching action of water on rocks, physical disintegration of rocks, and wind action. Those who are just joining, please write down the question and solve by yourself. We'll be discussing the answers at the end. Cohesionless soils are formed due to. I believe we have written down the questions and the options. So I'll go to the next one. Weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as geochemical weathering. I repeat the question. Weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as geochemical weathering. State this statement as true or false. I'll repeat the question once again. Weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as geochemical weathering. State this statement as true or false. Next question is, uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called. I repeat, uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called. The options are rock, loam, soil, aggregates. I repeat the question. Uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called. Your options are rock, loam, soil, and aggregates. Many people are joining late. Okay. I'll repeat once again, those who are joining late, please follow from this current question, write down the question and the options as you can see on the screen. Solve by yourself. We'll be discussing the questions at the end. I'll repeat for them who have joined just now. Uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called. Your options are rock, loam, soil, and aggregates. I'll go to the next question. Which type of rock is formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock? I'll repeat. Which type of rock is formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock? The options are dolomite, sandstone, anthracite, and limestone. I'll repeat the question. Which type of rock is formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock? The options are dolomite, sandstone, anthracite, and limestone. I'll go to the next question. Which of the following is a hypabasal rock? I repeat, which of the following is a hypabasal rock? The options are granite, dolerite, syenite, gabbro. Which of the following is a hypabasal rock? The options are granite, dolerite, syenite, gabbro. I'll go to the next question. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by. The options are pressure, heat, shear stress, or all of this. You have to state the factors which lead to the formation of metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by. I repeat the options: pressure, heat, shear stress, or all of this. Can everyone follow the questions? And am I audible? Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir, your voice is clear.
And can you follow the presentation PPT? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by pressure, heat, shear stress, or all of this. I'll go to the next question, the last question. Alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as. I repeat, alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as. The options are deltaic deposits, loess, estuarine deposits, or piedmont deposits. I repeat the question. Alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as. The options are deltaic deposits, loess, estuarine deposits, or piedmont deposits. I hope all of you have written down the questions, all the I think 17 questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can solve, all of you. I'll give you some time. If you have finished, you can tell me. We'll start discussing the answers one by one. And those who have joined late, you will start solving from where you have written down. We'll be covering up the questions from the beginning only. You can tell me if you have completed. We can start discussion. We can start the discussion. Only one. What about the others?
Done, sir.
Okay. How many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 8, 14. I believe 13 are there, right? You all are in which semester right now? Which year?
Last year, sir.
Okay, so this is your 8th semester.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and someone is saying diploma 6th semester. Okay. Okay. Have you all completed?
Yes, sir. Finished.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you 2 more minutes. We'll start after 2 more minutes. Shall I start discussing the answers? I think we can start, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, so those who have joined late can now they can write the first questions and also the answers. If they know they can write, we'll be discussing anyway. Okay, the first question was, what is rock cycle? You had 4 options. Anyone can tell me the answer? Please tell me the answer. Don't write on the chat box. Just unmute yourself and tell the answer. Hello. Someone wrote A, first option. What is the first option?
Sir, I think it would be C.
Yes, the person who wrote A first is wrong. It is not weathering and disintegration of rocks. Someone said C. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you don't have a microphone. It's okay, Vaibhav. No worries. C. Option C is combination of all processes leading to the formation of rocks. Yes, the correct answer is option C. You see, as per the first option, weathering and disintegration of rocks, it is a part of rock cycle. Okay, it is a part of the rock cycle. Next, option B is transportation of rock particles. Transportation means carrying over rock particles from one position to the next position, one area to the next area. It is also a part of rock cycle. And then transformation of one type of rock to the other is not part of rock cycle, and neither it is a rock cycle. So option C, combination of all processes which lead to the formation of rocks. This is the correct answer. So what is rock cycle? It is a combination of all processes leading to the formation of rocks. Okay. Those who have written any option other than C can correct it. Yes, Vaibhav, it will be option C. Understood? Vaibhav Digore. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to the next question. What is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? What is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? Okay, who is this? Vaibhav, option A. Vaibhav is always sticking to option A. Okay, who is this?
Sir, B.
Sir, option B.
Option B. Lacustrine soil.
Lacustrine soil. Yes. Okay. Yes. The correct option is option B. Okay, option B is the correct option. When soil is formed after deposition of particles in the lake water, it's called lacustrine soil. And what is alluvial soil then? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, running water.
Rivers
Soil
and
transported by the running water.
Yeah, specifically rivers and running water, streams. Soil which is transported and subsequently deposited by running waters is termed as alluvial soil. Okay, then what is colluvial soil? It is not enough to just to tick the correct answer. You should know the answer which is wrong. Why are they wrong? What is colluvial soil? Anyone who knows can tell me.
like the rainwater or something.
No, colluvial soil is not rainwater. Colluvial soil is basically the soils which have you heard about rock falls? Like when particles of rocks they descend down due to the action of gravity. It is the action of gravity that deposits particles from one place to the other, and soil formed due to the action of these gravitational forces. They are called colluvial soil. Okay.
Sir, but aren't they talus soil?
Yes. And what?
Talus soil
That
due to the
is
gravity.
okay. I'll discuss that afterwards. Who is this? It is a type of modem example. But Vaibhav, your answer was wrong. Okay, it is not A. Yes, I'll be discussing about modem, and someone told talus. I'll be discussing about that. I think there's a question I've given, right? Modem, I've given a
Yes, sir.
question, I've also given a question where there was okay. I'll be discussing about this. But first of all, collovial soil is a type of soil formed due to the action of gravity. And marine soil, everyone knows what is it?
Seawater.
Yes. So sticking to this question, the option B, lacustrine soil, is the correct answer. The type of soil formed after deposition in lake water. It's very easy. It starts with L. Both of these words. Okay, now this is the third question, I believe. A lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. A lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called.
Warp clay.
Yes, now Vaibhav gave the correct answer. Warped clay. Anyone else who thinks it is some other answer than warped clay? Yes, warped clay is the correct answer. And now we should discuss the wrong answers. Okay, what is
Sir,
loam?
how
Yes,
how modem is formed?
how modum is formed? Okay,
Yes.
modum is formed basically gravel when it is mixed with red clay. Okay, you see in many places you have red soil, right? In many places in West Bengal also you can find there are many places there is red soil, red clay. When gravel is mixed with red clay, okay, basically in if you have studied transportation engineering in this kacha roads, okay, earth roads, you find modum, that is the soil formed when gravel is mixed with red clays. Okay, I'm discussing everything one by one. See, first tell
Yes.
me what is loam. Can anyone tell me what is loam? Yes, waterbound macadam road. Yes, tell.
Sir, loam soil is the combination of sand, silt, and clay.
Yes, and what is the specialty in this combination?
I think it's in
Uniformity.
equal proportions.
Yes, approximately. Don't use the word equal. Approximately equal proportion of sand, silt, and clay. When it is found, it is called loam. And then muram. Someone asked just now. I have just now discussed gravel. When it is mixed with red clay, it is called muram. Now, what is bentonite? Does anyone know what is bentonite?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell.
Sir, it is used in drilling operation. It is like
No, how it is formed?
that highly plastic soil.
Plastic soil, but how it is formed? You see volcanic ash, okay, the ash from the volcanoes after the eruption, when they get decomposed, that forms a major part of bentonite. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called warped clay. Okay, whenever you see alternate thin layers of silt and clay, then it has only one answer, it's warped clay. Now going to the next question. Which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? Which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? Any answers?
Metamorphism.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Anyone else? Yes. Yes. Anyone who thinks it is any other answer than metamorphism? Okay. Yes. I think all things the same. Metamorphism is not a stage in the geological cycle. Now, what is transportation? Anyone?
Sir, movement of particle from one place to another.
Okay. What is metamorphism?
Transformation.
Yeah. Say the full thing. Transformation of
soil.
Yes, transformation of soil or rock or any geological geomaterial from one type to the other is called metamorphism. Change in form, right? Basically.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is deposition?
Process for the particles getting deposited in another place.
Yes. After transportation comes the deposition. And what is weathering?
Disintegration of rocks.
Yes. So if I tell you that this metamorphism is not a stage in the geological cycle, what does that mean? The other three, they are the stages, right? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, other three, they are the stages. So how will you arrange this, like in chronological order? Stages
Sir,
of the yes.
weathering, transportation, and then deposition.
Weathering, transportation, and then deposition. And the last stage is upheaval.
Yes, sir.
Upheaval
Yes, sir.
means it changes altogether the formation, the layers. It changes altogether to make the deposition into a new formation. Okay, so geological cycle has 4 stages: weathering, transportation, deposition, and upheaval. And metamorphism is not a part of the geological cycle. It is a way of transformation. Basically, metamorphism, it relates to metamorphic rocks. Okay, when igneous, there are 3 types of rocks, right? Everyone has idea about rocks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are how many types of rocks basically?
3 types of rocks.
What are they?
Sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous.
Igneous rocks. So what are metamorphic rocks?
Metamorphic rocks are formed under specific pressure and temperature conditions.
No, means what is the basic material? If you want to see a metamorphic rock is being formed, then from which kind of substances they are formed? Basically the parent rock. It can be igneous rock, it can be sedimentary rock, it can be another metamorphic rock. Metamorphic rocks are formed by change in the structure, pattern of the parent igneous or metamorphic rocks. So metamorphism, basically it refers to the transformation, change in the form. Okay, so change in any kind of form is not a stage in the geological cycle. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope this is clear. I'll go to the next question. Yes, which of the following are formed by transportation by gravitational forces? Loess, till, laterite, and talus. Talus, yes. Anyone else? Any other answer than talus? I think no. Yes. Anisha, Meena, talus. Yes, talus is the correct answer. Now, what is loess? The first option.
To transport.
Hello? If you're not speaking, please keep yourself muted. What is loess? Aeolian deposit. Okay. Anyone else? What is the first option? How is it formed? Only one answer, Aeolian deposit. Okay, yes, it is an Aeolian deposit. That means it is being transported by wind. What is till? Anyone? How is it formed? Till? No answer? Haven't you heard about till? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Chaudhary. Yes. So how it is formed? It is formed
Sir,
by yes.
glaciers.
Yes.
Glaciers.
Yes. Good. glacial deposits formed by action of glaciers. Till. What is laterite? How it is formed? What kind of soil is laterite? Anyone?
So it's a rock type soil.
I'm not asking about the rock type or something type. I'm asking about how is it formed. What is the depositional and transportational properties of laterite? Does it have any agents of formation like wind, water, glaciers, rivers, anything like that? Laterite.
So it is transported by glacial movements.
What movements?
I am speaking about the till. Tills are formed by the glacial movements.
Glacier. Laterite.
Till. No, till.
No, till is okay. Till we have discussed. I'm asking about laterite.
Sir,
Yes, yes.
laterites are formed due to the leaching action of leaching out of siliceous and aluminous compounds.
Leaching, yes. So is it formed by transportation, or it is formed at the place, or it remains at the place of formation?
Sir, I think it is a residual soil.
Residual soil, that is the correct word I was looking for. Laterite is a residual soil. Okay, laterite is a residual soil. So here the other three have either different agents of formation or they are residual soil. Only talus is the correct answer because it is formed by gravitational forces. Talus is an example of colluvial soil. And going on to the previous question, someone had a doubt, right, when I said colluvial soil. Colluvial is a type of soil and talus is an example. Who had the doubt when I said colluvial? Yes.
Me, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Colluvial soil is a type of soil. Like residual soil is a type of soil. Laterite is the example. Okay. Aeolian soil is a type of soil. Loess dunes, these are the examples. Same way, colluvial soil is a type of soil and talus is the example. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'll go to the next question now. Yes. Igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. Igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called. Anyone?
Plutonic.
Plutonic.
A volcanic.
Sir, D. Hyperbisal.
I need one answer.
Just
C. Volcano. Volcano is not an option, Vaibhav. It is volcanic. Look at the options carefully. So what is the correct answer? Plutonic, foliated, volcanic, hyperbasal. Yes, a typing mistake. Okay. Who said plutonic?
Sami.
Yes. Plutonic is the correct answer. So those who have said plutonic is the correct answer. Now I'll start from volcanic. What are volcanic igneous rocks? I mean, I am classifying them as per their formation depths. If plutonic rocks are formed at a great depth within the Earth's crust, then where is volcanic rocks formed?
surface.
At the surface.
On the surface.
Yes, at or near the surface we can find volcanic rocks. Okay, and at a great depth in the Earth's crust we can find plutonic rocks. Now where can we find hyperbasal rocks?
At shallow depth.
At shallow depth or at intermediate depths between plutonic and volcanic. Okay, so if we go down, is someone joining now? If you are joining now, you are an hour late. You have missed few questions. If you have any doubt, you can ask at the end of the session. I'm discussing the questions now. You can follow them. Okay. So is it clear that the difference between plutonic, volcanic, and hyperbasal?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. And what is foliated rocks?
So it is a rock formed due to the different types of steps.
Different types of steps. Many rocks are formed because
No.
of different types of steps. But what kind of steps? Are foliated rocks igneous rocks?
Metamorphic rocks.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Foliated rocks are mainly metamorphic rocks. Foliations are formed due to change in the structure, metamorphism. So foliated are types of metamorphic rocks. Okay. So in this question, I have given 3 igneous rocks and 1 metamorphic rocks. So plutonic is the correct answer. Okay. Clear, everyone? Is it okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I go to the next question. Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? This is very easy.
Residual soil.
Yes, residual soil. I believe we have already discussed all the agents of formation. I'll just repeat once again. Aeolian soils are formed by
Wind.
wind. Yes. Marine soils are formed by
Seawater.
yes. Colluvial soils are formed by
Gravity.
residual soils. Example is
Laterite.
laterite. Yes, laterite is the example of residual soils. Okay. Next question. This is also, I think, easy. Which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks?
All of this.
Yes, all of this, because there can be chemical weathering, there can be physical weathering, and there can also be biological weathering. Okay. So the option is all of this. Any doubt till now? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Soil transported and or formed by different processes are constantly subjected to further change by physical, chemical, or biological actions. Is this statement true or false? True. Someone say true. Sagar Jadhav.
True, sir.
Is there anyone who thinks this statement is false? Is there anyone who thinks that this statement is false? Okay, so every one of you thinks it is true, right? Yes, it is true, because once the soil is transported or formed, it is still subjected to further change by any means. So the statement is true. Okay. Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition? Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition?
Abrasion.
Abrasion. Anyone else?
Sure, sir.
Who is joining now? Anyone else? Any other answer? Abrasion, physical weathering. Sagar Jadhav. Okay. Vaibhav, I don't know, sir. Which you don't know this answer of this question? You don't know who has joined right now. Vaibhav, you don't know the answer of the question. Okay. The answer is abrasion. Yes, those have said correctly. It is abrasion because abrasion is a kind of physical weathering. Okay. Abrasion is physical weathering which leads to change in the structure or form of the rock. If you say change in composition, that means it means that it has undergone some change in its chemical properties, isn't it? Change in its chemical properties. So the first three processes, can anyone explain what is carbonation? Can anyone say what is carbonation?
Reaction of the rock minerals with the carbonic acid.
Carbonic acids, yeah, or mainly carbon dioxide. Okay, addition of CO2, carbonation. Okay, this is a reaction. Who is that?
Srijit, sir.
Yeah, it is
Srijit.
carbonation. It's okay. Hydrolysis, can anyone tell me what is hydrolysis?
Action of water.
Yes, but action of water can be hydrolysis or hydration, anything.
Chemically altering its properties.
Okay, just a minute. Many people have joined now after 6 p.m. but the timing of this class is 5 to 7. Okay, so those who have joined after 6 p.m. can please tell their name, and I'll just tell them to follow from this PPT. It's okay. You don't need to tell anything. You just follow from this PPT onwards. Okay. If you have any doubt, I will just show you the all the questions from the beginning. Is it okay? Someone who has joined just now, they can give me a reply. Hello. There is no reply. Okay, fine. So who was talking about hydrolysis?
Me, sir.
Okay, Sophia Pathan, yes sir, would be fine. So I need to discuss, right, the questions from the beginning. I'll just make a quick revision at the end. Yes, hydrolysis. What is hydrolysis?
Hydrolysis is a reaction of the chemical substance of the rocks with the water and further disintegration.
Disintegration, yes, yes. Hydrolysis, hydration means addition of water and some other reaction. Hydrolysis means disintegration of any compound. Basically, breakage of any compound with the action of water is called hydrolysis. Okay, it's right. What is reduction? This I think you all know. Reduction.
Removal of oxygen.
Yes, sir.
Removal of oxygen or addition of which element would be called
Hydrogen.
reduction. Basically,
Hydrogen.
yeah, hydrogen or any basically these are chemistry. This is chemistry basically. So there are some substances which are acidic or basic. Addition of one is oxidation, addition of the other is reduction. You can also define these reactions in the form of addition or subtraction of electrons. So basically I'll just keep the scope of this discussion to geotechnical engineering. So the first three, these are the chemical process which leads to the change in composition of the rock and soil. Okay, but if you say abrasion, then I'm talking about physical weathering, physical disintegration which leads to change in the structure of the rock. So abrasion is the correct answer. It leads to change in structure of the rock. Okay. Okay. Next question. Cohesionless soils are formed due to
Physical disintegration of rocks.
physical disintegration of rocks. Anyone else? C, sir. Anyone else? Cohesionless soils are formed due to. Okay, some of you have joined just now. Who is saying B? Option B. Okay, I'm coming. Those who have joined just now, I will. Those who have joined just now, just follow from the current question. Write down the options and follow the answers. I'll be repeating the entire questions and answers at the end of the session. Okay. Okay. Who was saying the correct option is B? Anisha Meena. No. Yes, it is cohesionless soils are formed due to physical disintegration of rocks. That is correct. Physical disintegration of rocks. Because oxidation is a chemical procedure which will generally tend to form cohesive soils. Same action with leaching action of water on rocks, and wind action. Basically, it rarely has any effect on the formation of types of rocks. Basically, compaction, consolidation, and other chemical processes, they decide the formation of the type of rock which can be formed. Okay, so it is physical disintegration of rocks which mainly forms cohesionless soils. Is it clear? Who said option B? Anisha Meena. No, Vaibhav, you told the correct answer. The one, like people who said option B, is it clear for them? Okay. Going to the next question now. Weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as geochemical weathering.
False.
False. So if it is false, then what it is called?
Said nothing.
Nothing. Sophia is saying microbial weathering.
So, but its contribution is very little now.
Microorganisms contribution is very little, but it depends on the amount of the span of time you're taking into consideration. Okay. Yes, Saurabh Sevastap. Yes, everyone who is wondering the answer, what the answer is, it is false. But we'll keep the discussion as it is. Who was discussing with me?
Sir, Viral.
Yeah.
It may be geobiological.
Geobiological. Okay, I'll come to the correct term.
Biological weathering.
Biological weathering. Who is that? Biological weathering.
MCIP.
Yes. What?
MCIP.
MCI. No. Who was discussing with me regarding the microbial action, whether it is significant or insignificant? Viral, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes. So it depends on the amount of time you're taking into consideration. Okay, if you say that there has been an earthquake or any landslide, and soil has been transported and disintegrated, okay, then that is a very short span of time, right? Like 1 or 2 days, isn't it? Viral.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
in that span of time, can microbes take an action to form soil, like 1 2 days or 7 days? But if you consider several years after years after years, the what to say, the soil organisms, the microbes, they are working on the soil, and they are what to say, changing the structure of the soil. That can happen, right? If you take a considerable amount of time into consideration. Viral, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So microbial action, it is obvious that physical and chemical weathering, they what to say, dominant. They are very much dominant. They dominate over the microbial weathering, but this also has an effect. And now the correct term is, I think someone said here, biological weathering. I've already mentioned that in a previous question. Physical, chemical, biological actions. So weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as biological weathering. Okay, there is no such term as geochemical weathering. It is physical or chemical or biological weathering. Okay, so the answer is biological weathering. The statement is false. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next question is, okay, this is false. Next question is, uncemented.
Sir, previous question. Simply termed as biological weathering, or can we add the word geo in front of it?
No, it is simply called biological weathering, not geobiological weathering. Because when I am saying the word weathering, okay, weathering itself, it means disintegration of geological substances such as soil and rocks. Okay, what gets which particles gets weathered? Which particles gets weathered? Who is that? I think it is Ramesh, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you say weathering or disintegration, what is the thing that is what to say, getting disintegrated, weathered?
That soil is getting disintegrated.
Soil or rock, basically rock is
Mhm.
disintegrated to form soil. Okay,
Mhm.
so all these things are associated with the geology, right? So
Mhm.
there is,
Mhm.
when I'm saying weathering, there is no need to associate the term geo with it. So either it is physical or chemical or biological. Okay, weathering itself is a geological process. It leads to the
Okay.
formation of
Okay.
soils. Okay, clear?
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so next question is, the uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called?
Soil.
Yeah, it is soil. It is a very,
CND.
huh? What? Who is that?
Soil and aggregate.
Soil and aggregate. No, this is not a multiple select question. This is a multiple choice question. There is only one answer. Either you tell me soil or you tell me aggregates.
Soil. I'll go with soil.
Yeah,
Soil.
soil. Then what are aggregates? Who was that? Viral, right? Soil and aggregate both.
Yes, sir.
So what are aggregates? Have you learnt about aggregates, right, in concrete technology?
Sir, bigger particles greater than 4.75 mm.
Is it?
Coarse aggregates and fine aggregates.
So what is the size limit of coarse aggregate then?
80 mm to 4.75 mm.
Okay, and fine aggregates?
Up to 4.75 mm up to 2 microns.
Okay.
No, I think 75 microns.
When you say aggregates, do you include clay in it, silt in it, or just sand?
Sir, just sand.
Sand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this will be, I think, the discussion of the next week. I think the next module is soil classification, right? Or soil structure.
Soil classification.
classification. Okay, so keep the discussion for the next class. I'll just stick to this discussion over here. Uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust. Okay, so soil is the correct answer, someone said. Anyone who thinks soil is not the correct answer, something else is the correct answer? No one. So I'll also take the correct answer. This is soil. And now I'll just go on with the options. Rock. Then what is rock? Anyone? Anyone? What is rock?
Source of soil.
Source of soil. No. I'm not talking about what is it the source of. I'm asking about what it is actually.
Sir, heterogeneous substance formed by the minerals.
Formed by the minerals. Yes, it is basically an aggregate of minerals, combination of various minerals which is naturally found. Yes, it is heterogeneous, at times can be homogeneous, it can be anything, it can be isotropic, anisotropic, anything, but the basic definition is it is an aggregate of minerals, it is naturally occurring. Okay, this is what rock is. And what is loam? Loam is a kind of soil. As we have discussed, it is a combination of sand, silt and clay. Okay, isn't it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. And aggregates, I believe you all know, and we'll be discussing about fine aggregates, the soil classification in the next weekend. So the question's answer is soil. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, next question. Which type of rock is formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock? Availability of silica deposits from the source rock. Anyone?
Sir, I have doubt. Is it sandstone?
You have a doubt. Who is this, Srijit? You have a doubt. Is it sandstone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, I can eliminate first and last one.
You will eliminate
Dolomite and limestone.
First and last one. Why?
I think it is related to calcium carbonate.
Calcium carbonate. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, I think dolomite.
Dolomite.
It's a sandstone.
Sandstone. Oh yes, okay. And who was having a doubt with sandstone or dolomite? Srijit, you having a doubt with which answer?
Sir, I thought it will be sandstone, but I was having a doubt whether it is right or wrong.
Okay, sandstone. And someone eliminated dolomite and limestone, but someone said dolomite. Okay. The person who has eliminated dolomite and limestone because of calcium carbonate has done a good job, because dolomite and limestone, they have calcium carbonate in them. The major, when I say availability of silica deposits, I mean silica is the major constituent of that particular type of rock. Silica means silicon dioxide, SiO2. Okay, so silica is primarily present in sandstone. Okay, limestone, lime, dolomite also, lime, calcium carbonate. And what is anthracite?
Sir, it is a type of coal, I think.
It is a type of coal. What are the other types of coal?
Peat, and
Bituminous, lignite
yes,
and peat.
Yes, sir.
Anthracite, bituminous, lignite, and peat. Yes. So anthracite is a type of coal. Dolomite and limestone, they both. I think Viral, you only told na that dolomite and limestone they have CaCO3. You are eliminating those two.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So dolomite and limestone they have CaCO3. They don't have silica as a major component. So sandstone is the correct answer. It is formed due to the availability of silica deposits from the source rock. Okay. Next question. I'll go to the next question. Which of the following is a hyperbasal rock? Which
Sir, dolerite.
Dolerite. Okay.
Sir, it's granite.
Granite. Who said dolerite?
Me, sir.
Amrita. Anyone else?
No idea.
Sir, granite, sir.
Granite. Okay. Okay. The person who said dolerite is a hyperbasal rock. It is the correct answer. Dolerite is a hyperbasal rock. Yes, dolerite, hyperbasal rock. And regarding granite, syenite, and gabbro. So hyperbasal rocks. What are those rocks? Hyperbasal rocks. How are they classified as hyperbasal?
Shallow depth, found at shallow.
Shallow depth. Yes, found at intermediate depth, not at the surface, not at greater depth. Intermediate depth, right? So,
Yes, sir.
okay. So, according to this classification, what are the other two types of classification? Other two nomenclatures: hyperbasal and
Volcanic and plutonic.
volcanic and plutonic. So, so volcanic are the rocks which are formed at the surface or close to the surface, right? And plutonic, where are they formed?
Greater
At
depth.
greater
Greater
depth.
depth. Yes. So granite, which kind of rock it is?
Plutonic.
Plutonic. Plutonic rock. Cyanite.
Volcanic.
Are you guessing?
Yes, sir.
No, don't guess. Cyanite, if you know, if you can tell, but this is just a classification. So if you guess, other people will be confused. What is cyanite? Which kind of rock is cyanite? Cyanite is also a plutonic rock. Okay, is also, just a minute. I'm sorry, it's just popped up. Yeah, cyanite is also a plutonic rock. Okay. And gabbro? What about gabbro?
It's a plutonic rock.
Yes. So in this question, apart from dolerite, all the other three are plutonic rocks. Only dolerite, option B, is a hyperbasal rock. So it is option B. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll go to the next question. Yes, it's very easy, I think. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by what is the answer?
Sir, all of these?
Yes.
All of these.
Yes, it's very easy. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by pressure or heat or shear stress or all of this. There are also many other factors that might lead to the formation of metamorphic rocks. These are only few. So only pressure will not help. It will also be the combination of all the other factors. Okay, so all of
Question
this.
should have been the last sentence. Metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are subjected to. That should have been the correct question.
Parent rocks are subjected to. Parent rocks are changed by. It is same thing. Parent rocks, they are changed due to the action of parent rocks. Okay, subjected to means you are putting the parent rocks under the action of pressure, heat, or shear stress. You are putting the as per my question, I am making my statement as parent rocks, they are changing by the action of pressure, heat, and shear stress. By the action of, I am putting the action of as silent, changed by. Okay, I am not putting the entire statement in a single go. So when I say metamorphic rocks are found when parent rocks are changed by heat or pressure, by the action of pressure, heat, and shear stress. So if you say changed by the action of, and if you say are subjected to the action of, these are the same thing. Okay, but it does not mean who is this? This is a good question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes,
You are
Ramesh,
having
right?
this.
Yeah. So if you say, see, this is very good because you are picking on the language, and language is a very what to say critical thing in science. If you say subjected to, okay, something is subjected to the action of this. Does it mean that it will change? Definitely.
Sir, yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead to the next question.
no. Tell me. I'm not like I'm asking everyone. It is a discussion forum. Okay. If you say something is subjected to, does it mean it is an open question for everyone? If you say something is subjected to the action of pressure, does that mean that it will change?
Not necessary.
Yes.
No,
So
sir.
if I say like I am being subjected to enormous amount of pressure, it doesn't mean that I will have strain in my mind. But I am saying in this question that metamorphic rock means metamorphism has occurred in those rocks. That means the parent rocks have changed. So if I say subjected to, that is okay, I can say that. But if I say changed by, that is better because I am showing that metamorphic rocks have been formed. So I can say subjected to, I can also say changed by. Okay, but when I say changed by, that is providing a more specific what to say clue like to the observer that the action of the external forces have caused a change. Okay, is it clear, everyone? It was a very good question. Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now I think the last question. Yeah. Alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as
Piedmont deposits.
Piedmont deposits. Anyone else? Viral gave the answer.
Yes, sir.
You're giving all the answers. What about the others? Anyone else? Okay. Alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as, Viral said, Piedmont deposits. I'll again wait for a few seconds if anyone else has any different answer. Anyone else? No. Yes, it is Piedmont deposit is the correct answer. Now we'll be talking about the options. Then what is deltaic deposit?
Maybe formed because of these where these deltas are present.
Where the deltas are present, yes, but delta are present. You see, it can be a combination of river and sea also, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So what is deltaic deposit and what are estuarine deposit? I believe option B everyone knows what it is, so I don't need to discuss. What is Lois?
Wind-blown silts.
Yes, it is formed by the action.
Estuarine deposits is when river is entering into the land, and when the deltaic is when the rivers are mixing with the sea.
I I think you have interchanged the definition somewhere.
See, the deltas are formed when the rivers are approaching to the sea.
No, that doesn't mean delta when the rivers are making their branches. That is the formation of delta, right? When it is meeting the sea, it might form delta, it might not form delta. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll just explain this thing. You are going on the right track, but I think you have misplaced somewhere. Yeah, deltaic deposits, they are formed when it is purely river water, deposits of river water at the mouths of the river. Okay, at the river mouth it is formed, and that leads to the extension. When a deposit is formed, the shoreline gets extended, right? When particular deposit is formed, so that is the deltaic deposit, when it is purely by the action of the river water at the mouth of the river. Now estuarine deposit are also the same thing. It is formed on the mouth of the river, but here it is alluvial deposit along with marine deposits, okay, formed at the mouth of the river. So estuarine deposits is a combination of alluvial deposit and marine deposit formed at the river mouths, and deltaic deposits are purely alluvial deposits based on the action of river formed at the river mouths, which helps in, not helps in, which leads to the extension of the shoreline. It's obvious, right? Because if there is a deposition of sediments, the shoreline will get extended, isn't it? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the correct option is alluvial deposit at the foot of hills or mountains. It is known as Piedmont deposits. Okay.
So, sir, one suggestion.
Yes. Yes.
Just for the better illustration and better understanding,
Yes,
and
yes.
to keep your answers and knowledge for the longer time in the brain,
Yes.
can you also show the pictorial ones? Whenever you are putting some words, if you put
Yes.
a relevant picture there, then it will be memorizing for a longer time. These are all geological terminologies. You can
Yes.
easily
These are.
understand.
Yes, I know, because this origin of soils and rocks, this chapter, it has some like petrological part, rock, that is a bit hectic. I think it is a bit difficult for you people because you are civil engineers, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, you're civil engineers, and the thing is, yes, this is a very hectic. This will be easier for you if you see the pictures, but this is just a discussion class. I will just let you know once again. I am not here to teach the subject matter. I believe you have a course coordinator who is teaching you the subject matter. I'm just here to solve the questions we are being given. We are actually research scholars. They've been given this time to solve your doubts and questions so that you can solve your assignments in a better way. Okay, so obviously I'll keep that in mind in the next next in the coming weekend. I'll be making another PPT. I'll make it as user friendly as possible for you people, but the thing is, I'm here to solve your doubts and solve some questions. Okay, and generally in soil mechanics, I believe there are numericals, right? There are some
Yes, sir.
numericals. So basically that is the main thing, because this origin of soils and then soil structure, clay mineralogy, soil classification, these are the theoretical parts, right? So when I'm teaching you all these things, when I'm telling you these answers, you are noting it down. Afterwards you can easily like check it in Google, some photos and everything. Okay, it has there's no what to say. You are just here in this session. It is just a practice session for you people. Okay, this Saturday 5 to 7, this meeting link is being shared to you all. It is a practice session to solve questions so that you can solve your assignments in a better way. Okay, if you say I'll just add some pictures and everything, but my main focus is to solve the numericals in a way that you can do it by your own when you solve the assignments. Okay, these first two modules, I believe it is a theoretical chapter, so there will be a bit difficulty in the presentation. So it is a good suggestion. I will try to keep it in mind, and I will try to make it as per your convenient and as per the time I have in my hand. So apart from that, any other suggestion?
Yes,
Sir, can you
right.
also share the PPT with us?
Can I share the PPT? I cannot share the PPT with you. I have to share the PPT with the NPTEL coordinator. I believe if you want the PPT, you can ask them, because I am just doing what I am asked to do. Okay, as part of my TA work, teaching association work, I'll be sharing the PPT with the NPTEL coordinator, and you can ask them if you want the PPT. Okay.
Fine, sir. You can quickly go through the revise of the questions
Yes,
for
that I will go.
those who
Yes,
are
that I will go.
those who are
Yeah, that I
joined
will
late.
go. But any other suggestions, any other queries regarding the entire presentation? Those who were there since the beginning.
Nice, sir. Nice, sir. Nice. You can go a bit faster. Time
Okay.
was consuming.
No, time consuming actually. Yeah, I can go a bit faster, but I have to take the class for 2 hours, so
Yeah.
I was making it slow because you people could
Mhm.
write and just cope up with the pace. Okay,
Fine,
now
sir.
everyone,
Uh,
those people who have joined late, especially those people who have joined after 6 p.m., can you please speak up or drop a message saying that if you are there, then only, if you are there in the meeting, then only I'll just revise. Otherwise, there's no point in going all over again. Someone is joining the call now, Ram Kumar. Oh my god. People who have joined the meeting after 6 p.m. I believe, who was that who said it will be fine? Sophia Pathan, are you there? Yes, sir. I've joined after 6 p.m. So should I discuss it? Right? Okay. Okay, she's there. Even if one person is there, I'll discuss it. Okay, so I'll just go through a quick revision. The first question was, what is rock cycle? The option was weathering and disintegration of rocks, transportation of rock particles, combination of all processes leading to the formation of rocks, transformation of one type of rock to another. The correct answer is combination of all processes leading to the formation of rocks, because the first two is a part of rock cycle, and the last one is metamorphism, transformation of one type to the other. Just write the question and write the the options. You can also take a screenshot if you want. Second question is, what is the type of soil formed after deposition in lake water? It is lacustrine soil, because alluvial soil formed by river water, colluvial soil by gravity, marine soil by the sea water. Question number 3 was a lacustrine deposit with alternate thin layers of silt and clay is called. Alternate thin layers of silt and clay is always, it is warped clay, because the other three, as we had already discussed earlier, loam is a combination of sand, silt and clay in approximately equal proportions. Muram is a combination of gravel with red clay, and bentonite is decomposed. Volcanic ash. The volcanoes which they erupt, the ashes is formed after the eruption. When that gets decomposed, that forms bentonite. Okay. Now the next question is, which of these is not a stage in the geological cycle? The answer is metamorphism, because transportation, deposition and weathering, they are part of the geological cycle. Okay. Which of the following are formed by transportation by gravitational forces? The answer is talus, because loess is formed by aeolian force wind, till is formed by, I think, glaciers. Yes, till is formed by glaciers. Laterite is a residual soil, it stays in the place of formation. Only talus is formed by gravitational forces. Igneous rocks formed at a depth within the Earth's crust are called plutonic, because volcanic is formed at the Earth's surface or near the Earth's surface. Hyperbasal is formed at intermediate depths, and foliated are types of metamorphic rocks and not igneous rocks. Okay, is it okay? Can you follow? Which was that? Sophia, can you follow? Okay. Which of the following type of soil remain at their place of formation? The answer is residual soil, because the other three, aeolian, marine and colluvial, they have transportation agents. The first one is wind, marine is seawater, and colluvial is gravity. So residual soil stays in its place of formation. Hello sir, any way to get PDF of this after session? Ram Kumar, have you joined late? Okay, so I'm not supposed to share this PPT with the students. I'm supposed to share this PPT with the NPTEL coordinators who are monitoring the sessions. I believe they'll be monitoring everyone's session. So I'll be sharing the PPT with them in a Google Drive. If you want, you can ask them. Okay. Anyway, the contents of the PPT, whatever you're seeing right now, you can just write it down and it is just simple text. Okay, so this one I've discussed. Which of the following processes may lead to disintegration of rocks? The answer is all of this, because chemical, physical, biological weathering, everyone leads to the disintegration of rocks. So all of this is the answer. Soil transported and or formed by different processes are constantly subjected to further change by physical, chemical or biological actions. Means after a soil has been transported or formed by different processes, they are still subjected to further change by physical, chemical or biological actions. So this is true or false? It is true, because yes, obviously any change can happen even after the soil formation. Which of the following processes leads to change in the structure of the rock and not its composition? The answer is abrasion, because it is a type of physical weathering, while carbonation, hydrolysis and reduction, these are kinds of chemical weathering which leads to the composition, change in the chemical composition of the rock. So abrasion is physical weathering which leads to change in the structure of the rock. Okay. Next is cohesionless soils are formed due to physical disintegration of rocks. Cohesionless soils are formed mainly due to physical disintegration of rocks, because oxidation of rocks, the first option, leaching action of water on rocks, the second option, they generally change the composition of rocks, and cohesionless soils are not formed by the chemical weathering process. Okay. And wind action, it is just a mode of transportation. It rarely has any effect on the type of soil formed. So the answer is physical disintegration of rocks. Now, weathering process related to the activities of microorganisms is termed as geochemical weathering. This is a false statement, because when there is a microbial action going on and there is weathering after that, it's termed as biological weathering. Okay, this is a false statement. Uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called. Uncemented deposits of mineral and organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust is called soil. It is a general definition of soil, and yes, those who are still present, I believe many less number of students are present. I should tell you this question. I believe some people are there. Viral is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This question, this is engineering definition of soil. Okay. So many people will define soil in their own manner. Okay. Agriculture Like people who are associated with agriculture, they'll just define soil in their own manner. Geology people will, but those are studying soil engineering or soil mechanics, especially civil engineers, geotechnical engineers. This is the basic definition of soil: uncemented deposits of mineral and or organic particles covering large portion of the earth's crust. It's called soil. This is an engineering definition of soil. Because rock is just an aggregate of minerals, loam is a kind of soil, and aggregates are those which are being used in construction purposes after they are being taken from the geomaterials. Yes, who is it? What is loam? Okay, loam is a type of soil. Okay, loam is a type of soil. Can anyone explain to Ram Kumar what is loam? What is the composition of loam?
Sand, silt, clay.
Yes, it is a composition of loam is sand, silt, and clay in approximately equal proportions. It is a type of soil. Okay, Ram Kumar.
Sir, are we allowed to ask questions regarding assignment?
No, I cannot solve your assignment questions. That will be incorrect for me. I'm just doing this to help you solve the questions by your own, because the assignment questions have been given to you by the professor, right? I think DN Singh sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I cannot solve that. Okay, I'm just here to give you more questions so that you can solve the assignment questions by your own. See, in this kind of chapters, in this kind of theoretical chapters, Viral, right? You asked the question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, in this kind of chapters, attending this class and solving the question will be two different things, because the questions might not match. Okay, because the questions might not match because I have made these questions on my own. But when the numericals part will come, because when chapters like permeability, porosity, shear strength will come, then this PPT, this particular live discussion will be solely based on numericals, solving numericals. Okay, that time
Yes,
it
sir.
will be easier for you to solve your assignment questions. Okay, because there will be some types of numericals which will be common. The procedure will be common, so you can do it on your own. But this theoretical chapters, it will be a bit hectic. Yes, Sophia, it is sand, silt, and clay equally. Good. So this is okay. Where was I? Okay. Which type of rock is formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock? The answer is sandstone, because it is said silica deposits means the major constituent of the rock is silica. It is sandstone. Dolomite and limestone, they have calcium carbonate in the inside of them, and anthracite is a type of coal. So rock formed due to availability of silica deposits from the source rock is sandstone. Okay. Next question was, which of the following is a hypabasal rock? Dolerite is the correct answer, because granite, syenite, and gabbro, these are plutonic rocks found at great depths in the Earth's crust. Sorry. Next question is, metamorphic rocks are formed when parent rocks are changed by all of this, because pressure, heat, shear stress, all of these affect the formation of metamorphic rocks. Next is, alluvial deposits at foot of hills or mountains is known as. The correct option is Piedmont deposits, because deltaic deposits are formed at the river mouths because of the action of the river water, which leads to the extension of the shoreline. Estuarine deposits are formed by alluvial action and marine action both, but they are also formed at the mouths of the river. And loess is a soil which is deposited after it is being transported by wind action, aeolian deposits. Okay, I believe I have discussed all the questions again. Is it okay, Sophia and Ram Kumar, who have joined late? Like, could you follow the revision? Ram Kumar, yes. Sophia, could you follow the revision? Yes, okay. So I think it is the end of the discussion. So I believe we'll meet next Saturday at 5 p.m. right? And please everyone, this session is starting from 5 p.m. okay, every Saturday at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. please join on time, try to join on time. Even if you are 5-10 minutes it's okay, but some people join at 6 p.m. it will be hectic to discuss everything once again. So at 5 p.m. okay. Thank you everyone for attending this class. See you next weekend. Bye bye.